So, okay, 3, 2, 1, let's go. We're gonna ramble off the dome, kind of thing, and yeah, let's go. Done. So, Francis Ngannou vs Stipe Miocic is gonna be happening on the 20th of January, and to many people, it's looking like Francis Ngannou is gonna go out into this fight as, the favorite. But I've done some calculations, and what I can see is this fight is looking like it's gonna be 50-50. Anybody can win this fight. Francis Ngannou, the Predator, versus the Croatian Arnold Schwarzenegger. So I've done the maths, so let's just go through it quickly. So Stipe Miocic has 17 wins and 2 losses, and Francis Ngannou has 11 wins and 1 loss. So if we look at that, we can see that Stipe is actually got more experience, and in that sense, with his record, it's actually looking better for him because he's fought against tougher opponents. For example, Fabricio Verdum, he's fought against Roy Nelson, and he's fought against Mark Hunt. So with that being said, we can see that he's fought for many more years, because you can only fight for how many times can you fight in 1 year? 2, 3. So if we look at the next stat, we can see that Stipe Miocic and Francis Ngannou have a similar KO ratio. It's not much difference. And then if we look at the next stat, we can see that Francis Ngannou surprisingly has more submission wins than than Stipe. So that is an important factor which I'm going to get back to. It's very important. And then next we have the decision. Again, this is another very important thing, because that goes to show you that Stipe can go the distance against heavy hitters. Now look at this. Just ask Brandon Schaub how hard Roy Nelson can hit. So that also tells us that he's got a chin. And then if you look at the other stats, they match up pretty similarly in height, reach, weight. So one thing we know about this fight is that neither of these two fighters are gonna go rushing into this. What have they done against the previous fighters who've rushed in against them? Just knocked them out clean. And another thing we know that they're not gonna do, they're not gonna come out with anything that is gonna surprise us. Like, he's not gonna do any like Anthony Pettis. Either of them gonna run against the wall and kick each other, or do like a spinning hook kick. So with that being said, what we can guess is that Stipe is going to likely do two things. Either try to take Francis Ngannou down, like what he did to Mark Hunt, and wear him out, or he's going to try to just stand and bang. And that what Francis Ngannou is most likely going to do is just go for the KO, and maybe go for submission. So with that being said, let's go through Francis Ngannou's strengths and weaknesses. Obviously, he's got the hardest punch. That's clearly a strength. He's the hardest hitter in the world. Obviously, another big component is his strength. Dude is mad strong. He's just super strong. That Kimura he did to Anthony Hamilton was just pretty much pure strength. Don't get me wrong, there was some really good technique into it, but a lot of it was strength. He's actually got really good kickboxing as well. Really good kickboxing. If you actually watch him, the way he moves, and if you watch his previous fights to now, you can see he's matured and he's a lot more patient on the feet. And when he sees it open, he just bang goes for it. But one thing we don't know about Francis Ngannou is two things: can he go the distance, and does he have a chin? Neither of these things we've really seen. Like we never seen Francis Ngannou take a hit, so that's a bad thing. And then his cardio. I think his cardio is going to be the biggest factor, because he's never gone the distance. The furthest he's gone is like 3 rounds. Especially this caliber of fighter, it's going to be, a new thing for him. You can train in the gym, but when you actually get into it, it's a different thing. So let's go to Stipe now. His strengths. Stipe has heart. Tons of heart. And his cardio is amazing. His cardio is phenomenal. Like, to go the distance with JDS in that first fight, it's incredible. And to also just go the distance with Roy Nelson, which is really tough. His boxing is on point. His boxing is really good. The only problem is now with his boxing, when he mixes it with say his wrestling, he tends to get hit. One thing we definitely know about Stipe Miocic is that he's actually quite intelligent. You know, he can go down for the takedown. He will wait for the timing for somebody to come in on him, throw a punch, level change, and take him down. So that didn't really work against JDS so well, but it worked really well against Mark Hunt, and that's how he got the finish against Mark Hunt. And he didn't care about the people booing. He literally just went in there, did his thing, and got the win. So one thing we can say about Stipe's disadvantages is that he tends to leave his chin quite open, and against somebody like Francis Ngannou, that's not what you want to do. There's a few ways I see this fight going down, and honestly, it's 50-50. Any of these fighters can win this. This is one of those fights where if you do 3 of these fights, it's going to be one apiece, and then the third fight is going to be the decider. Both of these guys can win this fight. So Stipe, what he's going to most likely want to do is do 2 things. Either try to wear Francis Ngannou down with, pinning him up against the cage, getting a few shots in, or maybe even trying to get a takedown on him and then just wearing him out and then finishing him off in the later rounds. Or, just stick to your boxing, throw a few leg kicks, but stay with the boxing, test his power, see if you can actually take the hit, and then just keep on working Francis Ngannou and wearing him down. Those 2 are probably Stipe's best chances of winning. Now, Francis Ngannou's chances of winning are either through like a sloppy takedown from Stipe, and then he catches him with a submission, or obviously just a straight KO, just a straight take his head off. And both of these things are highly possible. So really, who I have my money on, I can't believe I'm going to say this, I actually have my money on Stipe Miocic winning this fight. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I really do have my money on Stipe. The reason why is it's really, really obvious to everybody that Francis Ngannou is just going to try to take his head off. And to me, one thing Stipe doesn't want to do is just leave his chin open. It's just so obvious. I think to everybody, it's just so obvious what's going to happen. So Stipe, in my opinion, must be thinking of a game plan in the sense of, I'm just going to stand there. I'm going to stand and bang, which is the best, believe me, it's the best option, and wear this guy out. Because, for example, Curtis Blaydes, very good fighter, but he's not on the same level as Stipe. And that guy was able to go into the second round, and he was just unlucky. He was unlucky. He threw like a sloppy leg kick, and then Francis Ngannou just capitalized and got like a doctor stoppage. But now Stipe ain't gonna do that. As long as Stipe's chin is in good form, like it normally is, I got my money on Stipe. But still, it's one of those fights where it can go either way. Francis Ngannou can easily win this fight. So it's a tough one. It really is a tough one, because if Stipe messes up just once, it could be lights out. Again, the same could be said about Francis Ngannou. Obviously vice versa. So really, I'm going to say this. It's one of those fights that you don't want to put money on. You really do not want to put money on this fight, because it's just so close. Just don't put money on this fight. Really, it can go either way. And if there's a rematch, which I think there should definitely be, maybe not straight away, but in the future, man, it will go either way. So I can't wait for this fight. This is I Love Fighting. That's kind of this is kind of my prediction on how I think the fight's going to go down. If you feel like the fight's going to go down in any other way, please let me know in the comment section. Please like, please subscribe, and yeah, please share this video. Anything you can do to help out this channel will be greatly appreciated. Thank you very much. Peace.